Yeah, we got a damn good woman on the show today. Patriot Barbie.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham.
When the Hodgetwins say you're a damn good woman, then you're like,
Damn.
all right, I could die. I could die tomorrow.
Hey, do you get teased a lot for your name, Lindsey Graham?
I do. Yeah. That's actually how I got Tucker Carlson to laugh. He put his hand out and he goes, Tucker Carlson. And I go, Lindsey Graham. And he goes, ha ha ha. And I took a picture.
Yeah.
And then he looked over and he goes, what's your name? I go, Lindsey Graham. And he goes, no. I'm like, yeah, dude. And he goes, how many wars have you started? And they're like pushing me away. I'm like, 0.
Oh, really?
So I have a very controversial opinion.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear it.
I know you want to hear it. It's juicy. I am a cat. Meow, meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. I am at the gym in Arizona.
That's a woman right there.
That's a damn good woman.
And he looked at me, and he looked at my breasts, and I have called the police. Until recently, he's used the men's locker room. Yep, there he goes, women's locker room. Yeah, men's locker room. Oh, there's no one undressing in there.
You got nice tattoos.
Thank you. Half
Sleeves,
of them are
right?
covered up. Yeah.
Yeah, why you do that?
I don't know. This is a cool shirt.
It's not as cool as your tattoos.
Well, next time I'll come tank top.
Oh, I guess you're going to have to undress.
I always knew that when I came on this show, it would end with take your top off. What are your distinguishing twin markers?
Dick's bigger. We was like compressed, like, what happened to yours?
No, sis, we was like, how old were we? Like 6 or 7. We was sitting there.
Oh, no.
Being twins is just weird.
Yeah,
we did all kinds of weird
We
shit
used to
together.
take baths together.
Oh, I
When we was
bet.
a kid,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gay.
When did you stop taking baths together?
I think it was around 7 or 8. My mom kept doing it. I was like, Mom, I'm not doing this shit anymore.
We had hair on our nuts.
Don't be dead.
We wasn't that old.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They're not used to having female guests, are they?
Yeah, we got Patriot Barbie in the house today. She a damn good woman. She's a real woman, too. Yeah. She's a little cutie. But before we get to her, we got to go to our sponsor. The prices of everything is high as shit.
It's high as hell.
Yeah, we all know it's because of inflation. It's much worse than our politicians want us to know. Yeah, and when the collapse comes, and because it will, these rich assholes will only get richer. We want to make sure we give y'all some help before this shit goes down.
The good white people at Genesis Wealth Company have put together a comprehensive wealth guide to help protect your assets tied to our failing dollar.
Go to goldrushpatriot.com and let our friends at Genesis Gold help you get prepared today. And the best part about this guide, it's 100% free. Tell them the Hodgetwins sent you. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to episode 33. We got a damn good woman on the show today. Patriot Barbie.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham, how you doing?
I'm good. When the Hodgetwins say you're a damn good woman, then you're like,
Damn.
all right, I could die. I could die tomorrow.
Hey, give me a yeah.
Yeah. I smoked for like 6 months in my 20s. It stuck with me. Yeah.
So you're from Oregon?
I'm from Oregon.
Yeah, and you was caught up in when COVID was a big issue in this country. You was stuck in the middle of that, huh?
Right in the middle, dude. Like homeless people pooping in my doorway, kind of Oregon stuff, you know?
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was lockdowns.
So they would come to your doorway and take a poop?
Dude, yes. Yeah. We had a tanning salon downtown, and they'd come, the homeless would come pee in the corner. It would leak in through the room, so the whole like business would smell like piss.
Oh,
That's a blue
man.
state for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we used to tour up there, but we can't even book a show out there.
They won't even have you.
Yeah. I can't even perform on the street if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's Portland.
Well, you could if you inject meth, like go just do drugs. They're like, I'm doing drugs, and then they'll let you. And then you're like, I don't want to tell jokes while I'm here.
Right. So you got out of there.
Yeah, so I had a salon, 25 chair salon, 4 tanning
That's a big
salons.
salon.
It's a big salon, yeah.
Yeah.
Worked my whole life for it. 4 tanning salons, and then my husband opened a gym, like a huge, like 20,000 square foot gym. All of this like pre-COVID. So then when they locked us, well, COVID, you know, like lockdowns. When they locked everyone down in March, we had like no income. We had just built a house, had 3 kids, and I was not political, like at all, not even close.
Open your eyes, huh?
Oh yeah. So I opened up against the lockdowns. I just kind of was like, dude, we're going in debt. We're going to be bankrupt. This is all we have. Opened the salon May 5th against the government. And then like that changed everything. They came at me, like threatened to throw me in jail, fine me, take my kids away, CPS, like all the crazy stuff. So, yeah, it kind of became like a wide awake far right wing extremist overnight like that.
Right.
Thanks to the left.
You know what? When that all started, we was on YouTube, so it was real easy for us to just come here and do that, and we didn't really experience that.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, I took that for granted. I didn't know what people were really going through
Yeah.
at that time. Like you were seeking, you had the American dream, entrepreneur. You had your own business. Your husband had your own business, and then you have these damn Democrats come in and tell you and shut you down and say you can't run your business.
Yeah. And here's what they like: people that don't own businesses don't understand. They were giving paychecks, remember, like unemployment to employees, which we had employees. So they were all sitting around collecting money. And then they were offering us like PPP loans.
Right.
But when they'd give you the loan, they told you have to pay your employees with it or pay your rent. So you're like, awesome. So we still don't have any money.
Yeah, see,
like,
a lot of people didn't realize that.
how do we pay our mortgage? The money you want us to go give to people who aren't working. And then they just like, they all thrive. So we were like $100,000 in debt by the time I reopened. That was only 6 weeks. I was like, how are we even going to pay our mortgage when you let us open back up? Like, where's the money going to magically come from?
Right.
So I wasn't getting unemployment. We weren't getting PPP. Like, it was just a nightmare for business owners. You still have to pay the rent on all the businesses. And
Right.
now you're paying your employees for not working. So, yeah, they had Walmart open, remember? And they had like Home Depot open, strip clubs,
Amazon.
weed shops.
People
Yeah.
was getting their dildos.
Yep. Yeah.
You were deemed unessential.
Yeah, I literally was like, I'm going to start selling dildos in my salon so that I can just say that I'm a sex shop and you get a free haircut with every dildo. Like, how do I get creative here? I was this close.
Right.
This close, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my barber, we went to go get a haircut. He said, fuck it, I'm opening up.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
Good.
a lot of people are doing that,
Yeah.
but they came after you.
Yeah, because I was like one of the first in America. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I literally was like, everyone's going to understand that I don't have money and I got to work and feed my 3 kids. So I really didn't think it'd be a big deal. And then it like blew up. So
the government is trying to keep you safe, you know, your kids.
I know. I should have just complied and then everything would be fine. And I'd still be bankrupt and homeless, but, you know, I wouldn't have a $14,000
At least you still be alive, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I wouldn't have died of COVID, which, wait, I still didn't die of COVID. Well, anyway, the government knows best. I'm not going to question them.
How many times have you got COVID?
0.
I got it like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
You
The
live
first
to
time-
tell about it.
The first time, it damn near killed me.
Did it?
Yeah, that
Oh.
shit.
I don't know what it was really weird for us.
I
And,
think COVID is racist. All the time.
I never got it, so.
Yeah, Keith's feet turned blue.
yeah, because
No.
when we got it, I was saying, oh, COVID's nothing, it's just like the flu. But when I got it, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
It was like God is smiting you. Don't you tell me. The government was smiting you.
Well, the Republicans said, hey, man, it's just real bad flu season, right? And I was saying the same shit. And then when I got it, I was like, oh my God, I got COVID. I'm going to die.
Did you guys tell anybody? Because I feel like that's really
yeah.
embarrassing to be like, we said it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like I could die.
Yeah, we just didn't do videos for
We
a
didn't
week.
do videos for
Yeah,
almost
okay.
4
But
weeks.
I was checking in with Kevin just to make sure he could breathe and shit, right?
Yeah,
He would
yeah.
call me. And I was like, I'm breathing fine, but my feet are blue.
No way.
No,
Do you
I
have a
have
picture?
I have.
I want
no.
to see a picture.
My
Put it up
feet
on
are-
the screen.
I have pale feet.
Yes,
I have really pale feet, but they turn blue.
Interesting.
Yeah, you was
weird?
almost dead, man.
Like as blue as your eyes right now?
No, not that blue.
Okay. All right.
It's like a pale blue.
Yeah.
It was like a Joe Biden blue.
Oh, ooh, that's pretty blue. When
Joe Biden blue.
Yeah, that dude's pale and look like he's dying.
he is even real? That's the question.
Yeah.
When he was down for the count COVID, did you sneak in his room and be like, just give me a yeah, so I know you're okay? He's like,
He would come to my house. He would call me, hey, you still leaving? I mean, you still breathing? I'm like, yeah, I'm still breathing.
You know what my wife did?
uh-oh.
She was like the COVID police. Right? This is when COVID first hit and everybody was, not really sure what to expect.
Yeah.
We knew people was dying, so my wife was freaked out about it. So she quarantined me. Like that guy on CNN, like his wife did him. She put me in this room and she shut the door and she would just bring me food and like water and stuff.
Slip it through the door and shut it really quick and wear a
wife
mask
was
all the
sliding.
time.
Slide the food under the door.
Yeah, she would come to the door for mask on, and before she said, "Wait a minute, don't open the door yet,"
Stay 6 feet away.
and she would spray Lysol, and then she would tell me to open the door.
No, this is not true.
No,
is
I'm
this
not
true?
lying. I'm not
Yeah.
lying.
Oh my
Yeah.
word! Is she going to kill you for telling people this?
His wife is liberal.
She's not.
Well, she was acting liberal.
No, she's but she was just scared.
Yeah.
She was scared.
There's a lot of grace to be offered people who, like in the beginning, you're like, all right, we're all got to wake up on our own time.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly was like, I'm going to reopen. I think COVID might be real, but I'm still going to open because I got to make my living.
Yeah,
and I believe some of the hype. You know, I had people like, when you get home, get in the shower right away, take your clothes off, put it in a plastic bag. And I was like, that's a hard no. Like, I'm just going home.
That's just too much.
But your kids, I'm like, they're going to be fine. They never got COVID either. So,
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. None of y'all got COVID?
none of us.
I got
I'll
COVID like 3 times.
You said 5. Which is it? How many times
3.
have you had COVID?
I got it 3.
Okay.
I got
One,
it.
you almost died.
I got it.
I think
Well, I
I
didn't almost die. I felt like shit.
I felt like it was going to die.
the second, third time was fine.
When you get a cold, do you feel like you're going to die too?
No,
I need
well,
perspective.
I've had the flu. I've been really sick. I've never felt that before. It was totally different.
It was just weird. My kidneys started hurting too.
Feet turn blue and kidneys. Are you sure you don't have something else like diabetes? Like, I got COVID. No, you have diabetes. Your foot's going to fall off. I got COVID. My foot fell off.
I don't know.
I think I did get COVID because I have a weird smell. Like my smell's all messed up. And that's like the one symptom I got.
Yeah, I couldn't
Because
taste
all of
my
a sudden
food.
my smell was gone and I was like, oh, I guess I got COVID at some point, but I never felt anything.
Yeah, but you're really in great shape. I can tell you go to the gym and like the better shape you're in, the less effect. I had gained weight. I used to have all kinds of gains, but now I'm just got a fat ass gut.
If you are overweight and get COVID, your feet will turn blue because it looks like their suffocation is coming out.
Right.
That's amazing. You or your husband, kids never got it?
Never got it. My husband, I know, never got it.
They
Never
may
got
have
anything.
got it, but they
I'm
just
sure you got it.
him.
You just didn't
Maybe
affect
nothing like that healthy, like
you. Yeah.
souls of steel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get some blood for you, go.
I think the Lord blessed us for being defiant. Like hell, if we're gonna keep you strong.
Yeah, so you got the hell out of there. I went to Arizona.
Yep, ran for my life.
And where did the cat lady come from? Was that up in Oregon?
That
Or
was
you were in
Arizona. Yeah,
was in
where's the cat
Arizona.
lady come from? I feel like it's too soon to talk about cats. Someone's gonna try to eat me. I'm not a real cat. Just so you illegal immigrants know.
Yeah, Haitians, she's not a real cat.
I just identify. I do not taste delicious. Trust me.
Yeah, there was you got that video, Joe? Let's go
These
to that.
officials put kids' lives in danger to protect what exactly? We don't know. Any kid in those schools could tell you that men and women
News.
are not the same. Just like they could tell you this cat lady isn't a cat.
I am a cat. Meow, meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe and confess that I'm a cat? Great. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe that your child or a child from this school would believe that I'm actually a cat? No one. You are right. Truth prevails over imagination. Reality exists. Discernment is innate and something we are biologically wired to have. One look at me and you know this to be true. I am a woman posing as a cat.
Lindsey Graham, the cat lady herself, and host of the Patriot Barbie
They
podcast.
asked me to put the
Joins
outfit
me
on.
now. So, Lindsey, what was actually
I look like a tranny in this video, by the way. I don't know
you
what's going on.
don't.
Like my neck is
No.
missing. I got gains. I got Kevin's tie gains. I swear I went there. They did my makeup and everything, and I was like, oh, I look so good. And then when it aired, I'm like, who is that dude? That's me. There's something about my neck and like,
So you was actually in studio?
yeah, they drove me out to they had a black SUV pick me up, all covert like, and took me to a studio. And you sit in front of a camera and you can't see yourself. It's like you're talking to just.
Yeah, it's
The
so
air.
awkward, right?
So I'm like, oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Lindsey Graham. I'm like, that's me.
It's probably like the position you had, the way you were sitting.
There's something horrible. It's the cat neck thing. It like cut off my neck. And
Right.
You know what it is?
What is it?
I can't.
Tell me what it is. I'll never do it again.
I hate looking at myself on camera.
Oh.
So you point out things that I never even noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but be honest. The
Put it back
the
up.
tranny you just saw on Fox News, I don't look like that really. Like I'm wearing a turtleneck again, which is probably a bad
Can
idea.
you go back to that part?
Show us the necklace
Some
lady.
cameras do add a lot of weight to people's
Yeah,
was
TV
not-
has about 10 pounds.
Yeah, some cameras is weird.
Look
like
at us
that.
waiting to compare my neck, my non-neck. Show us the video. I don't know. There's something.
The fuck's
Just the
going
way I
on?
was sitting too proper and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
because you
actually-
couldn't see yourself.
yeah.
Usually you can see yourself and you can position.
I know that women are really hard on themselves. But
Well,
I
you
think-
look great now. Look at
Look
yourself.
at that! Oh my god! What is that?
It's the thing around your
There's
neck.
something. It is. Yeah, it cuts off my neck. And I text one of my best friends. I go, look, just tell me.
I mean,
the
but
truth.
you don't look like a
That's the
tranny.
worst video you've ever seen. She's like, it's the worst.
You don't look like a You don't look like.
Well, look at Jesse's
All right.
face.
He's like, sir, I mean, ma'am. Wait, what do you identify as? A cat, Jesse. Meow, meow. Get it right. It's pretty bad.
No, you're fine.
I could have won though. You guys are so kind. At least my feet aren't blue.
I mean, no, you're fine though.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. I definitely don't see a transgender. Yeah.
Okay.
If I see a tranny, I'm gay. Don't look like a tranny.
You heard it here, folks.
I'm going home. Get me a cat.
That could be edited down just perfectly. Where you
Yeah.
cut off if I see a tranny, I'm gay. That's it. That's what's gonna go viral right now. Is you saying I'm gay?
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Back to the message.
Yeah.
What's
back
the
to
actual message here?
yeah, what was going on up there? Why did you feel the need to do that?
There was so I lived in Arizona. There was a guy, George Washington, as you guys call him. He's 72 years old.
Yeah.
He cross dresses, puts on a dress, pearl earrings, grew his like crazy wild hair out, and he sits on the board at a school board in my community, which is pretty small. And whatever, if the dude wants to cross dress like on his own time, whatever.
Totally.
But he's like going to all the school events. He's going to the carnivals. He's going to the spelling bees, and he's like, "Call me Miss Bixler," and you're like, I don't think 5-year-olds should like be confused.
Yeah, this is
and-
elementary school. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's oversees the junior high, the high schools, all of them, and he's very in attendance. So like he goes to schools all the time. I heard,
Make sure you see him.
yeah, he makes sure the kids see him, like he's present. And I heard from a mom that he goes to like the school fundraisers and stuff, and he uses the girls' restrooms. So like at school, he uses faculty, whatever.
Yeah.
But like she was at a carnival and he came out of the women's restroom, which the little girls would be using. So I'm like, all right. So they said, you want to come speak at the school board? I've never spoken to school board before, ever.
Yeah.
And it was,
That's where you got the idea for the cat suit.
it was Halloween. I had the cat costume laying out and I was like, you know, when that dude puts on earrings and says he's a woman, it's like me putting on this stupid cat costume being like,
Right.
I identify as a cat. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I did it all by myself. And I went there and you got like the liberals. And I think that they think that I'm their friend. They're like, oh, it's a cat. She's going to come tell everybody, like, you can identify however you want. And then the conservatives like, no, we do not have a cat lady here.
Yeah.
And so everybody hated me
You're right.
until I got up to speak. And I'm like, okay, now only half of you hate me.
You're right. Yeah.
I wrote the speech out, you know, I was like, this isn't going to be hateful or emotional. Just going to be facts, straight facts. So the whole thing is exactly 3 minutes. And it's just, you know, you cannot have a mental disorder and oversee children. Like it's that simple. You think it's one thing for you to say, I dress like a woman. You think you are a woman.
Yeah.
You're a danger to society.
There's the
these
problem
children.
right there.
Yeah.
When you actually think you're a woman.
Yep. And so, by the way, the video that you guys shared later, where I was a damn good woman. That was a filter, by the way. Same dude using the locker room in my gym. You know that? It's the same guy.
You got that video, Joe? Okay. Man.
So I was told that, because he's in my community, I was told he uses the men's locker room. So I was like, hold on a second. I'm going to videotape this guy going in the men's locker room and then show the school board and be like,
yeah.
that's funny. He knows he's a man when he's not around little kids.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
But when he's around little kids,
Yeah. You
he's
show
a
motive.
girl.
Yeah.
So I was at the gym and I saw him, which I've like never seen him there before ever. Sorry that I misgendering him the whole time, by the way.
Yeah. He misgendered
He's
himself.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna catch him going to the men's locker room.
Yeah.
So I go in the women's locker room, start undressing. He's in there. And I'm like, literally turn around. I look at him and he looks at me and I'm like, oh, hell no. So I go out and I call 911. There's a man in the women's locker room. And they're like,
What did you have on at the time?
You
were fully dressed?
No, I took my shirt off. So he got to see the
he just had a bra?
tatas.
He got to see
the
everything.
tatas, the full tatas.
So the women's, I can see some tatas just hanging?
Dude, all you gotta do is identify. Hello.
Hey, let's go try that.
don't even shave your beard. Don't do anything because
Yeah.
that would be, like we're not going to bias the patriarchy and all that, right?
Right,
Just
right.
go just as you are.
Uh-huh.
Just walk into the women's locker room and say identify.
So he was just right there at the stern.
Tatas at your disposal.
He was just staring, looking at you.
He did a little glance and
Yeah.
he walked away. I think he probably was like, "Is that the cat lady?" Probably like, "Oh shoot,
Oh shit, that's
oh
the
shoot,
cat lady.
she's gonna meow." What is she doing in here? Not in
Yeah.
the cat locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I called 911 and of course they showed up and they're like, "There's a man in there." I'm like, "Yeah." They're trying to get to a point like,
Right.
"But does he identify?" I'm like, "Does it matter?" Like, I know he's a
Right.
dude. Does it matter what he's wearing or what he identifies? So you guys are going to die. He had his driver's license changed to say female. That's the thing.
Well, he's legal.
He's legal. The cops knew he's a dude. I know he's a dude. He knows he's a dude. He must have cut off his diddly. Whatever, that's his business. But he had his license changed and it says female. So now he literally can't use the male locker room. He has to use the female
Oh, so he
locker
got
room.
it chopped
Well,
off.
he
huh?
can still use the man. He just sit down when he take a piss.
No, but you know what he could do? He could use the men's, and you guys could call the cops, and he wouldn't be allowed to be in there because it says female. So
Hey,
now,
I got a woman in the men's restroom. Someone call 911.
George Washington herself is in here.
Oh, I remember. Hey, you got that video?
You
got that video? Yeah,
We're like still going.
Paul Bixler.
My professional career has been in public
Oh,
education.
man.
She started as a
Isn't she
teacher in Phoenix in
lovely?
1976, working her way up to administrator and principal. Paul
They're calling
now
her a
sits
she.
on the board for the
George
Liberty
Washington.
Elementary School District.
I do not
He
choose
looks
to
like
be
George
transgender.
Washington. Yeah.
From the time Paul was
Yeah.
a child, she knew she was different.
By about 11 or 12, I was pretty sure I knew what was going on.
That was in 1961.
There was too much risk.
Paul eventually married her wife, Candace, had 2 children, and a long, loving marriage.
My wife was aware of it, but it was absolutely clear that it was uncomfortable for her.
In 2017, Paul's
Poor-
wife
imagine
died
that.
of cancer.
Like you to stay a
decided
man,
at
but
that
that's
point that if
okay.
I was ever going to explore what my real feelings were, this would be the time.
Explore your real feelings.
Transgenderism is not a choice. Is that what he said?
He said it's a choice.
Look, me being black, that's not a choice. Just to put things in perspective. Us being twins, that wasn't a choice. You can't choose to be a twin. You chose to live your life as the opposite sex. That's a choice.
Hey, you know what? If
He has some nice legs, though.
yeah.
See his legs?
Hey, but hey, listen.
All right, you are gay. You're totally gay.
Totally gay. Boy, would I like to climb in between them legs.
Oh, God.
You can cut it, Joe. Cut that,
We
man.
are making a case here. Episode 33. The one where you come out.
Oh, man.
Oh my
I
gosh.
totally forgot about that
This a
video.
small world.
Isn't that
Yeah,
so that's the chick.
He does
Yeah.
favor George Washington.
Yeah.
Just like him.
You guys zoomed in on the original video. You zoomed in
Oh,
on
you-
his
oh, you-
shoulders walking into the women's locker room. You're like, that's George Washington.
I remember that video.
Oh, but she's cute, right?
Yeah, totally smoking.
Quote, I'd like to climb in between those legs.
Yeah. Oh, so
yeah.
it's more. Yeah, let's go. I will see that.
Let's get to me. Let's get to me.
Yeah, let's get to let's get to
I
Lindsey.
am at the gym in Arizona.
That's a woman right
That's
there.
a woman right there. That's a damn good woman.
And
So you're not
Paul
gay.
Bixler
I can't
No.
figure it out.
in the women's locker room. And he looked at me and he looked at my breasts. And I have called the police. So recently, he's used the men's locker room.
George Washington.
So he agrees himself that he's a man.
She's pulling it off.
I have told the police that I was in the locker room. A man was in there. I was getting undressed. He looked at me. He is a man in the women's locker room. And the response is that this is a touchy, sensitive issue in society. Yep, there he goes. Women's locker room. Man, women's locker room. Hope there's no one undressing in there. Hope there's no naked women in there. Since there's a man, why isn't anyone warning the women?
Legit, I was so pissed that day. It's funny
Yeah.
now, but I was so pissed.
He said, ma'am,
Well, he don't want to get fired. Ma'am, excuse me. Ma'am, you can't go in there. You have to go in the men's room. Get it? Play on words. Hey, can you show the part where he's walking in there again? I just
We're
want to see
watching
that back on him.
clips of you asking for clips of clips.
Back in that damn blouse on his back.
Play us back
George
the part where you
Washington.
play us back the part. Oh my gosh.
A man going in the women's locker room.
I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Yeah, and nothing happened. Nothing came of that, huh?
Nothing. They couldn't. Nothing. In fact, actually, no, you know what? Something did come of it.
Yeah.
You want to know?
Yeah.
It's juicy.
Oh. I like juicy. Yeah, I
He
love juicy.
filed a harassment injunction against me, and he won. I went to court, represented myself because I had no idea how big of a deal it was to get a harassment injunction. I've never had one. And he won. So right now there is a restraining order against me. I can't talk to him. That was the only time I've ever talked to him, was like, it's all right, go in the women's locker room.
Right.
Never called him, never emailed him, never communicated with him directly. Other than that, spoke at the school board, which is my First Amendment right. He has a harassment injunction against me currently that I'm still fighting a year later. Actually, I think it's 2 years later. So I had to quit the gym because in my mind, I'm like, well, if I go in the gym and he says that I talked to him or he says I said something, I would literally get arrested. He tried to have my Second Amendment rights taken away. He filed in court.
Red flag laws?
Yep. He filed in court that if there's a harassment injunction against me and he wins, he wants me to not have a right to carry a gun.
Well, these people
Like I'm
are
going to shoot him.
so-
And not,
Yeah. And this is in,
did you catch that?
I heard.
We're going to edit that out.
And this was Arizona?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep.
I would expect this in Oregon,
Right.
but not Arizona.
It's spreading, dude. It's a disease. You can run to Florida, you can run to Arizona, you can run to Texas, but it's coming.
Hey, and
That's coming.
Democrats are doing that. Those 100,000 Haitians they put up in Ohio, they're going to make them citizens. And
think
they're
so?
going to turn that state blue.
Dude.
That's why they're there.
Oh, that's why
what
they
they did to
picked
Minnesota.
Ohio.
Yeah, that's why they're there.
Interesting.
They're not going to send them to California. They're not going to send them to a blue state. They put them in Ohio, so they're going to eventually turn that state blue.
Yeah.
That's why they did that. That's
plan.
100,000 votes.
Yep.
50. It was on prior to that. Them landing there, it was only 50,000 population. 100,000 immigrants. Yeah, that.
They're coming in by the droves.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why they're letting them in. They're going to change the demographics in the red areas.
They're going to eat the cats. They're going to breed. They're going to grow strong.
How true
they're
do
gonna
you
vote
think
blue.
that is? Because I know Haiti is a rough place.
I
They come
tend
here.
to believe it. I know that we right-wing extremists can post false information.
Right,
I do it all
right.
the time, allegedly. I don't know, though. I mean, if you are literally an immigrant, you come in, you got nowhere to stay, you have no food.
Can't
Like,
speak the
have they
language.
never, ever eaten another animal before in their life? I mean, if you were desperate.
Well, I had a friend in the military. His name was Desir. Yeah, it's common practice.
Haiti. He's from Haiti.
From Haiti. Spoke
And I
foreign
believe
language.
it. I totally believe it.
Yeah. Got to find.
They'd love for us not to believe it because then it's like, oh, they're not doing anything wrong. Just let them stay.
Yeah, was
Ugh.
she Haitian, though?
Yeah, the reports I read, she's not Haitian.
Yeah. Was that in Ohio?
Yeah,
What
she's
did you
not
do?
Haitian, though.
Why'd you kill the cat?
Dude.
Smile for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
No, I didn't hear
Did you see
it.
her
I didn't
eating
see it,
it?
but I heard it.
She was eating it?
Yes, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
That's crazy.
Dude, that
What
is
did you
so
do?
nasty.
That was
Yeah.
Ohio, right?
That was nasty. I don't care what ethnicity you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I'm from the country. My brother used to shoot rabbits.
Did you eat them raw on the sidewalk in someone's driveway? I feel like let's clarify here. The cops pulled and be like, "Hey, are you eating that rabbit?" And you got blood dripping out of your mouth. No. Smile for me. There's fur sticking out of your teeth.
did you eat that rabbit? Smile. I see it all in between your teeth.
Yeah, that is sick. But there was
It
some
is.
talks about geese.
At least
and
could have
stuff.
fried it up or something. Put some lorries on it. Chopped up a cup of onions,
Shaking
throwing some green peppers. You damn animal.
You didn't answer the question, did you?
What?
Did you
I
eat
actually
it
did
raw?
eat-
Like, did you?
No,
you're not
no,
gonna open it.
no.
All right.
I can't even eat sushi.
Really? Oh, so good.
Tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like,
California rolls taste good, huh?
Oh, they're all good.
Yeah, I like that, but I can't eat the raw stuff.
But then you're like, again, you're like, could you imagine just cutting the fish open? You just
Yeah.
caught it, and you're like,
I can't eat raw stuff
Ugh.
unless it's human, you know?
Haitian. We got a closet Haitian.
You get it? You get it?
It can't be dead.
What?
It can't be dead.
I think I get it.
No, I said, no, listen.
You don't get it.
Listen, you slow Negro.
Oh.
I said, I can't eat raw food unless it's human.
Yeah, and I said not unless it's dead.
What?
Yeah, I get
If
it.
it's alive.
Yeah.
Only when it's alive. You talking about I'm a slow Negro.
No, I said I can only eat raw.
Hey, Kevin, are you slow?
No, I said the only thing that I can eat raw is humans.
Yeah, I get it.
You get it?
I
You
don't.
get it, but it's got to be alive.
Yeah.
My word. I'm gonna go. I feel like this is becoming a dangerous situation for me because I'm a human and I'm alive.
Gives me anxiety, man. Got our new giveaway. You asked for it, we got it. Man, this is a 69 Chevy Camaro. We give away American muscle here. This is actually a race car, standard, 6-speed, Yanko version. Did you tell him it had a 540 big block in it? It's got over 700 horsepower in now. Did you hear that? This car got over 700 horses. That's crazy. How did they get 700 horses up under the hood? That's that white American engineering right there. That's what founded this country. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site, get you automatic. Enter the win. Yeah.
That freaking debate. The way they was putting the camera on Kamala and she was just giving him this look like she was some girl in high school looking at a guy. It's like she had this stupid, just arrogant look.
Yeah.
It's like, and they talk about Trump's not presidential, and she's like that during the debate.
She's like a angry wife, and the husband's making a good point. She doesn't have an argument, so she's like,
Yeah, it was right. It was irking the shit out of me.
yeah, she's annoying. We had to know she'd be annoying.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You guys aren't voting for her, are you?
Fuck no.
Okay, I'm like, hold on.
I'm gonna be black when
She's
they did
black. I know
that.
she's black. Are you supposed to vote for her?
Yeah, I'm supposed to, but
I'm supposed to too, because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm
What
not
do, you
going
think,
to.
what do you think about women who vote for women just because they're a woman?
So I have a very controversial opinion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I know you want to hear it. It's juicy. I actually think that we shouldn't have a woman president at all,
Yeah.
even if she's conservative.
Competent.
The prime ministers and presidents and leaders of the other countries that are intimidating and scary and dominating, right, as they should be. I don't think a woman can stand up against other countries and say, I've got the same presence as a man. Even though I'm very pro-woman and women empowerment,
yeah.
I just think someone that's going to run a country that has to intimidate other countries,
Right.
like no one's going to be intimidated by me. Maybe the tattoos, but like that's it.
Maybe with
You're
a
still
strap
gonna-
on.
You'll still push a nuke on me. You're like, I can handle it.
What did you
with a
say?
trap
I
on?
said maybe with a strap on. I'm sorry, I'm unprofessional today.
I'm actually wearing one today. So are you intimidated?
A strap on.
Oh, I thought you meant bra.
I said strap on.
I know.
Kevin, you totally suck.
Go ahead.
I don't remember where I was at.
I mean, those are all great
The
points.
strap on really threw me for a loop.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, keep it professional.
Yeah, so no, I mean, I think I did a whole reel on this actually on Instagram. I think that women who vote for a woman just because she's a woman
Yeah.
are the reason that people think women shouldn't vote. That's I think that women should vote. I think it's a terrible, terrible basis for a freaking vote is someone's gender.
You know what's weird? Like, you know, the like growing up black in this country ages ago was like horrible. But they let a black man vote before they let white women vote.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
And you know how bad Negroes got it.
It's got to be bad.
So it says, I'll let that Negro male vote.
Yeah.
But I'm not letting
But
a
not
white
you,
woman
lady.
vote.
Not
Yeah.
you. Well, and I'm like, okay, liberal women, you're the reason that we shouldn't because you do stupid things like say I'm going to vote for her because she's a woman. I don't know. How about she's accredited, reliable, level-headed, educated, well-spoken,
logical,
anything.
Yeah.
She's nothing. She has zero credentials except her XX chromosomes.
Yeah. It's something you brought up like women can't stand up and they're intimidated by men. There was a interview she was doing, and this guy ran up on stage and just took the mic from her, and she was like, "Here, take it."
Oh my gosh! See, that could be a nuclear weapon. And she's like,
"Did you have that video?" And she just got intimidated by a guy running up on stage, and she just gave him the mic.
You know, I've been back and forth on this issue. Like, I totally get what you're saying. Like, when I look at female police officers, like, why would you do that? You're putting yourself in harm's way. You come across a man, your life is in danger. You shouldn't put yourself in that position. I can totally understand why a woman shouldn't be a cop. Because it's
well, there's roles as being a cop.
Yeah.
I mean, but being a street
like
cop,
they could be a murder investigator. They could be, I mean, they could actually be police officers. But to put a woman in a police car by herself on the beat and you're pulling people over, you're putting that woman's life at risk.
Well, anytime you take, I don't know, let's say you and me as an example, and you're the perpetrator, and I'm the cop. Like, I don't stand a chance against you.
No, you don't.
I mean, unless I literally
I'm gonna
shoot
take
you.
your gun. I'm taking everything from you.
Unless I shoot you.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna overpower me. So it's not that I think women shouldn't be cops. I just think, should you be?
Yeah.
Like to me, if
Like,
I'm gonna go pull you
be
over,
a cop, and I'm a man.
yeah, anyone bigger or stronger than you, like you don't have
Mm-hmm.
the advantage, and your life is even more at risk. Is that the smartest choice you could make?
Yeah, I think it's then you're putting other people's lives at risk.
Same with firefighters. Like, could I drag your lifeless body out of a 2-story building?
Right.
You want to try it? I mean, I don't think I can, but
That'd probably be fun though.
you can lay out on the table. So that way, I have an advantage because you're high up.
Right.
I have to bend over.
Bend over.
My strap on might fall out of my shorts, like Big Mike.
Do you got that video of Big Mike? Like,
No, you don't. No, you don't.
there's another video.
No, you don't.
That's it.
Oh, there she is, walks away.
No.
Get off. Get off.
Now I want to see the video where she goes up and just gives him the mic.
Yeah.
It should come
This
up
is-
on YouTube.
This is the Democratic National Convention too, right?
I
Was
don't know
it?
what this was.
I don't know what event.
This
that
is when she was running for president the first time before she dropped out.
Yeah.
And Biden ended up getting the nomination.
Oh, see, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
She ran before? Why
Yeah.
can't she drop out this time? Ugh,
Man,
get out of here.
she shouldn't even be there. Nobody voted for her.
No.
I kind of hated when Biden stepped down because that was an easy win for Trump.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he stepped down, I was like,
Women's like, we got a woman. We better go vote. It's like,
I was hoping it was going to.
this is it. This is it. Go ahead and make it big. Watch this. Watch Kamala. That is
literally
horrible.
just hear. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That is horrible. Look at her.
The chick in the pink dress has more balls than she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
She jumps in as
The
like,
black
I'm a
woman.
bodyguard. Yeah.
For your big idea.
That's
a real black
That
woman.
was a real black woman.
Oh my gosh, look at her. She's still gonna fight him. Look at him. She's like, walk away.
Yeah,
You better
yeah.
walk away, bro.
Yeah, you can't be leader of the free world and you that passive.
She can't hand it over fast enough.
That's pathetic.
She wasn't even gonna hit him with it. You
Yeah,
got a
right.
weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is when she was
Oh.
before she dropped out the presidential run the first time around before Biden became president.
I gotta make a reel out of that. Here's
Yeah.
the future world. Here's your future
Yeah.
world leader. Here
Yeah.
you go. It's
She
almost like it
sucks.
was staged. She like had
Yeah.
it ready.
Yeah, she's
Here you go.
that was.
She could
He
have
didn't
did
even.
it.
He
any
didn't
better.
have to say please. She's just like, oh,
It's
welcome
like,
to
here,
the
take
stage.
it. I'm just a woman.
I
Leave
have
me
nothing
alone.
to say.
What do you think about that debate?
Gosh, I mean, I'm gonna go back to the word annoying.
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying to hear her talk. It's annoying to hear her lie. It's annoying from the very beginning to know that it was put on a channel that like completely favored her.
Yeah.
There's enough
There was
propaganda.
fact checking Trump whenever he made a.
Yep. How do you fact check like that that quickly? Unless they were prepared to fact check
Yeah,
him
they were prepared
and not
for the
prepared to
debate.
fact check her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I was just telling Joe, like I opened my Facebook and I am getting nonstop posts and pages of like blue stuff, Democratic stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't know who they're targeting. I'm like, I'm not going to buy your
Yeah,
crap.
they called my house.
Yeah.
oh,
They called my house.
what'd
Yeah,
you say?
they started
I
sending me
didn't know.
text messages like a couple
Yeah, I
days
get
ago.
emails from her. I was like, how did you get my email?
Oh my
Ain't
gosh.
that crazy?
It comes in with all my fucking 50 Trump emails a day.
Read the room, Kamala. Read the room.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. So
You think
it was
she's gonna-
biased.
You think she's going to win?
I don't. Not
If
not
she
not,
wins-
not legally, not fairly.
If
Let's
she
go, bro.
wins, man, that like
This country's in trouble. If she wins this election, man, I know there's a lot of people that's like not very logical when it comes to politics and voting, But it can't be that many people out there.
I hope not. I think that's why I think that's why they're trying so hard. We better put this on her Facebook. We better message her on Instagram. Do I have your support? No. We better call. We better email. We better get Taylor Swift's endorsement.
Yeah, she just endorsed Kamala.
Which
has an
hopefully
impact.
little 16-year-old girls aren't voting, so you never know. They might be. They're registered Democrat.
I'll tell you what, if you're a 30-year-old fan of hers, I know you're voting for Kamala.
Yeah.
That's why and you know she got paid to do that.
Yes. Or maybe because they're liberal, they're so lazy that they won't get out and vote. We can always count on that, right?
Man, them people will stand in line for days.
I know.
Because they think Trump is racist and he's a threat to democracy. Yeah, I've been there and done that. That's why I stood in line. Because I actually believe that bullshit. I used to be Democrat when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I actually voted for Obama. Yeah. You're actually raised to be Democrat. It's like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did vote for Obama once. Remember, I wasn't political before 2020.
You went to see a black president, right?
I did. I was like, they make it like a celebrity, right? Trump is actually a celebrity, which I think is hilarious that they wouldn't push him up. I'm like, it's a celebrity. It's like a shoo-in for everybody. But they made Obama like a celebrity, right? That's when they started the cover of People magazine and all this stuff and made it look like he's popular. It's a popularity contest, not politics.
Right.
I was like, it'd be cool to see a black president, whatever.
Yeah.
Just voted. Wasn't paying attention to policy or anything.
Yeah.
And then when Obamacare came in and I was a business owner, I was like, wait a second.
You got the same letter
You're gonna
I got.
Fine me for taking care of my health?
Yeah. My
pissed me
insurance
off.
went through the roof. And I lost coverage.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I didn't.
think our premiums doubled, didn't it? It didn't. It went up quite a bit. Yeah. I can't
Damn near
remember.
double. It damn near doubled, and we lost coverage.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
That was
See,
an
I didn't have
eye-opening
insurance because I was like, I don't ever get sick. So if I get sick, I'll pay for my doctor.
Yeah.
Now
you
it's
didn't
like,
get
no,
COVID.
Yeah,
they
that's right.
fined you if you didn't get their coverage.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was about to pay
It's a tax.
for taking care of myself for not going to the doctor. Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, that was a big mistake.
Yeah.
I voted for Trump the next time. Actually, I don't know who I voted for the next time.
I voted
'cause
for Mitt Romney. We voted for Mitt Romney.
I guess if I did,
You probably
it would have
gave
been
up.
for Mitt
Yeah.
Romney. It was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I voted for Trump,
Yeah. Yeah.
the real celebrity.
You know what's crazy, man? We had the first black president ever, and now they keep saying that our country is systemically racist.
Yeah.
I was like, how is that even possible? Majority of this country is white. If our country is systemically racist, how the hell did you get in office and win
That's
2
right.
terms?
And it's not
and win the popular vote and win the electoral college.
yeah,
It's not like his name is Keith Hall, just Barack Hussein Obama. If this country is racist, that would galvanize the shit out of me if I was white and racist.
Do you know what the liberals say to that? Because I've had these. I don't argue with them anymore, but I've had little mini arguments.
Yeah.
They will literally say, if you respond to them by saying, well, we had a black president, how could be systemically racist? They would go, he was only half black. It's like, you're not black enough.
never good enough.
We can claim you if you're half black, but then
right.
when it's convenient,
Yeah.
you're not black enough for us to be not
right.
systemically racist.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now we got Kamala, who's not actually black.
I
But
know
she
she's
can-
not black.
she can-
She's not. That's such thing as when I look at her father, her father looks like me, but they're trying to confuse him with being an African. It's a demographic of people in India. They call them Afro-Indians. They don't even identify as being African or being black. They're Indian, but they look like me.
Interesting.
But that's what her father is.
That's her. Okay.
Yeah, but they're light. Yeah, they're real light skinned. Like it's like my kids are mutts. They got the ancestry done because my wife is
Quote, my kids are mutts. 2 quotes. I'm gay. My kids are mutts.
like my wife is Latino, right? So they got the ancestry and they come back. They're mostly Latino.
Okay.
And black is like 20%. And then they got like a bunch of Irish in them for me. They're like 25% European.
Little mutts. We
Yeah.
could have a mutt
Well-
first president. Wouldn't that be cool?
We already had one of those. I just want them to be all white. They're the best. But they got to be conservative. If they're white and Democrat, they totally suck.
And then they're annoying. And they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
They might as well be black. Like Obama. I shouldn't say this shit. But I'm joking.
when you start saying things about black, I just kind of sit here because I'm like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
I know, it's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to get in trouble by either side.
I want to say hell yeah, but
That's right, brother. Can I say brother?
yeah, you can say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that being black, when I make a black joke, white people feel uneasy around me.
We're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna try the
Yeah.
delicious green drink here.
It's like
Go on.
It feels to them like, hey man, is this a fucking trap or something?
You said the N word 3 times around me, and I kind of laughed the first time, but this is getting uncomfortable.
Where's the damn cameras at, man?
Yeah. Do you think the whole abortion issue? I wish Republicans would just put that to bed, and just come in liberal on the issue, because we lose elections around that one issue.
All right, what do you mean put it to bed? Tell me. This is like my
regulate it
my
and
fire
move
topic.
on.
Yeah, I would say
set guidelines and move on.
Yeah, I don't want like 3rd trimester abortions. In a perfect world, there would be no abortions, but I just like he was asked the question: are you going to come in and mandate that all abortions are banned? And I was like, why don't Republicans come in like more liberal on this? I mean, I'm pro-life myself, but we're slowly losing our country to this one issue.
Like just say here's how it should be.
Yeah, 12 weeks.
No abortions
like
past
maybe
this time unless there's incest or rape or like.
Yeah.
That's not what I believe, but like that would be like here it is.
Yeah.
So now you can't say what about the women that are raped? I already covered that.
Right.
What about the women who are? I already covered that.
Right.
The life of the mother already covered it.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't they do
Because
that?
people still get pissed no matter what. Like they're gonna. No one's gonna be happy because you're taking a one topic, which like. There's 10% that believe, well, after the heartbeat. There's 10% that believe, no, at conception, there's life. There's 10% that say, well, after the first trimester. It's like, oh my word. We have got to decide as a country, like morally, when does life begin? Yeah. And I think if everyone just literally looked at the science, not the Bible, not the religion, not the religion. I don't even think heartbeat. I really do think conception. Like you could take a little molecule off from Mars and be like, look, it has life, or like a tree. It has life. Whether you put the seed in the ground, there's life. It's like
this damn Optimum Humans is alive.
This has live culture. This is alive.
Yeah,
we should not be allowed to abort this. No,
I'm going to drink this.
I'm going to drink it up. You're like everything you say is so vindictive. Like we should not. And you're like I'm going to chug it. Like it's like so violent.
Yeah, it's just one issue. It's like because women decide our elections. Every election, women decided, and it's like that. We lose so many votes to that one issue. We could be concentrating on other things.
That's my position on it. And then once we get that passed, maybe we build a culture where opens women's eyes. So look, you're actually killing your own fucking kid.
That's what I want to do. Is like quit. Let's forget about policy.
Yeah,
let's reach these women and say, if you knew what this would become, you would never take its life.
Right.
Like motherhood is the most beautiful thing you will ever do. And you may think you can't afford it or the dad's going to sue you or going to lose custody. Whatever. You may fear all those things. But I'm telling you that when that baby comes out, your life will never be the same in a good way. And if you knew that in your heart, then fine. Keep abortion legal. No one would do it anyway.
You know what's crazy? My mom, she's pregnant with us. And they was very poor.
Yeah.
She went to a doctor, a black doctor, right?
Yeah.
And told him, say, you're very poor, you don't have the resources. I can do an abortion.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't supposed to be here.
What'd she say?
My dad, my
mom was really religious. She told me to go burn in hell.
Good.
She called me N-word too.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, my older brother told us that story because we grew up in poverty.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Yeah.
You should go find that doctor that said, hey, you should kill these kids and be like,
well, I'm sure he's burning in hell right now.
Oh, that's right. He probably is. It's been a while. Yeah, he's pretty old.
Do you think Trump will lose support from conservative women if he was more liberal on abortion?
Yeah, I do. Joe's like, yeah. He's like, peanut gallery over there. Yeah.
So it's like for Republicans.
It sucks. Like, I disagree with his stance on abortion. Of course, I'm not going to not vote for him. That would be stupid.
Right.
But I disagree. I think that life begins at conception.
Right.
And there's other laws that already prove that. Like when you murder a pregnant woman, it's a double homicide. Like we've already decided that life begins there.
Right.
We just can't decide it when it comes to abortion, apparently. So if he comes out and says, okay, no abortions after 6 weeks. I'm like, I'll take the win. 6 weeks is the heartbeat. I'll take that win. But then it's weird. The liberals are, 6 weeks, you're limiting our choice. And it's like, bro, you still have all kinds of choices before that.
Well, 6 weeks. It's like, is it? Hold on.
Ask a woman. Ask a woman.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Fuck up.
Let me ask her.
I was going to ask her. they make this argument that some women don't even know they're pregnant at 6 weeks.
And that is true if you're not testing, right? Like, but at 4 weeks, you know. If you take a test, you should know.
You should miss your period.
If you had sex, you should probably be taking tests to see if you're pregnant. Like, this is what I don't get. I'm like, I'm not stupid.
Right.
If I'm not on birth control and I have sex with a man,
he didn't pull out.
There's a chance, even if he did, there's still a chance.
There's a chance. Yeah.
There's a good chance
Yeah.
that I could conceive a child. So I have choices all the way up until that moment.
You got plan B.
Not have sex.
Right.
Use protection.
What's that day after pill?
Even plan B. Plan B. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It stops the fertilization of an egg.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many choices before 6 weeks. So don't even tell me that after 6 weeks, you have an excuse to be like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Like, oh my God, I have sex. I had sex. How did this happen?
It's kind of like the whole issue of black people can't get an ID to vote. Women are so too dumb to realize that they're pregnant at 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole approach. Yeah.
And some women, you watch those shows, right? I didn't know I was pregnant. Have you ever seen those? Some lady gives birth in the toilet. She thinks she has to poop. She didn't know she's pregnant. You got to watch them.
Wow.
They're very funny. It was twins, by the way. So she pooped twice. I'm like,
That's real?
yeah. And I'm going, like, when I'm extra bloated, I'm like, dude, I'm pregnant. I don't know how some women don't know they're pregnant.
That's crazy.
The baby's moving.
Yeah. Yes. At some point, the baby moves and you're like, whoa, there's an alien in me. Maybe I'm pregnant.
It's possible because my mom, when she had me, she dropped me right in the floor in the bathroom.
Is that true?
It
happened.
happened. Yeah. That actually happened.
She actually dropped me.
Mama had some wide ass hips. They just fall out.
Keith, he almost didn't make it though.
Oh, really?
Keith was real fucked
He was
up.
taking all the food and shit.
Oh, that sounds like him. You know, and if you hadn't taken all the food, he wouldn't be gay. His kids wouldn't be mutts, and he wouldn't have blue feet. This is all on you, dude.
Right.
You're a bad brother. I'm glad she dropped you on your head.
Right.
You had it coming.
I was like, I asked my mom, I was like, how the hell did that happen? She said, I don't know.
He kicked you out, dude. In the womb, he was like, whoosh.
I'm hungry. I need some food.
He took his little blue foot and like pushed you out.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with Mama.
Yeah, Mama's a special person.
Oh, she is.
Something else. So, back to the
anyway,
election.
yeah.
I think Trump's going to win.
I think he is too.
Yeah.
Well, you said that last time. Look what happened.
He did win.
Yeah.
They just it. Can we say that? We're going to get banned on
Not really.
every platform?
Yeah, it is.
You can, oh.
They didn't steal it. The dead people voting stole it. It's not their fault.
There you can say that.
The dead people came alive and
people.
voted for homeboy. And
I think the key state is Pennsylvania. If he wins Pennsylvania, we have it.
Yeah.
But if Pennsylvania goes to the Democrats, I think that opens the door for Kamala to win.
I mean, I'll be shocked, dude. I feel like so many people have woken up the last 4 years, especially. Like, he already had resounding support the first time.
Right.
Then he had more.
Right.
When the dead people voted.
Right.
Wink, wink.
Now you have it before.
And the liberal white women.
Now you have it before and after. You got Trump in office. Remember what life was like. Now you got Kamala and Joe Biden. You know what life is like. You got, it's not even anecdotal at this point. You can compare presidencies.
Right.
And the thing I'm like pulling my hair out about it is Kamala is actually running on trying to fix the shit they broke.
I love it. I love it so much. I watched a video of, okay, so it was like Sarah Huckabee weighing in on what Trump should say in the debate and how he should be prepared.
Right.
And then this other, of course, crazy liberal woman saying how Kamala should prepare. And she was like, I think she's got to talk about inflation and she's got to talk about the border. And I'm like, the problem that those are your talking points? Here's the problems that I've caused in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Here's how I'm going to fix them. I'm like, no other talking points other than like, here's the issues that the last administration. Oh wait, that was should fix.
You know what's crazy? She after that debate, we didn't really get much because she didn't share any policies.
Yeah, she just made huge promises, and it's weird that she's sitting there talking about what she's going to do as president. I'm like, you're in office right now,
dude.
Why don't you do any of this great stuff you're claiming you can do?
Yep.
Why do you have to wait till after election? You can do it now,
right?
But it's Trump, and I would think people would open up to that fact, and I don't think they will.
I think
they're too stupid. Honestly, I'm not trying to be like mean. Liberal people are brainwashed. They are dumb. They are gaslit. They are dumb. They're dumb. Like you're talking about abortion rights. They're dumb. They're very dumb. Yeah. You're talking about abortion rights when currently like abortions are being allowed. Why is that? Why are you talking about it? You already have your stupid right. Like get over it.
Right.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. Dumb. It is mean. I'm sorry, but I'm like at some point you don't have the brain cells. Why aren't we doing like logic tests for people to vote?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not an ID, a test. Are you smart enough?
Right.
To even.
I'm all in favor of that having a cognitive test because Democrats run on policies that they alleviate people from alleviate people from their mistakes, like abortion. If you take care of yourself, you know how a baby's born. It's not like the flu. You can prevent getting pregnant. Right. And like with black people, they say, oh, it's police brutality. Don't break the law. And then if you do come in contact with cops, behave.
Be polite.
Yeah.
And if you don't put your hands in your pockets and say, don't shoot.
Yeah.
If you get a student loan, pay it.
Yeah.
It's like,
they fix everybody's mistakes.
They prey on dumb voters.
You are right. You are right. You're making such a good point. Their entire policy is based on when you screw up, we will just fix it and there will be no consequences for any of your actions.
Yeah.
Whereas we're so smart, we don't make those mistakes.
Right.
So we don't need you to fix them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I vote is I don't want the government in my life. I want to be just left alone. It's like people on the left, they vote for it, but they want the government in their life.
Yep.
Tell them what to do. It's like so odd to me.
I did a podcast a few weeks ago about pro-gun and anti-gun. And this anti-gun guy went from like, I'm anti-gun to like, we shouldn't even have guns. And I was like, oh my word. You think that criminals aren't going to go get guns. So he already said, he admitted on the podcast, I know that we can't ever get rid of all the guns. Right. So then I made a point like, okay, so we're all sitting in this room. A guy comes in with a gun he got it illegally. You think I shouldn't have a right to fire back and protect myself? And you, by the way. And he went straight to government. This is a guy that was preaching anti-government the whole time. Goes, but the government can make certain restrictions. I'm like, wait, what? You want the government to come in and like run our lives?
Mandatory government buyback programs.
Crazy.
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
That was about to be a Kamala thing.
Yeah, I got a clip of her saying that she'll take your guns, and then yesterday she said she won't take your guns. So
Let's run it. Yeah.
Ugh, we got to watch Kamala.
Weapons. Now your campaign says you don't.
Torture.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
California Senator Kamala Harris says if she becomes president, she will take what her campaign calls executive action to combat gun violence.
Upon being elected, I will give the United States Congress 100 days to get their act together and have the courage to pass reasonable gun safety laws. And if they fail to do it, then I will take executive action.
We who believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence. And that's why we will work to pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban.
It is reasonable to say that weapons of war have no place on the streets of America. And by that, I mean assault weapons. Weapons of war.
You stupid women. Look at all them women. All them women.
The stupid liberal women. She's nodding. Oh, yes. That's such a sympathetic issue.
They were literally designed to be weapons of war.
This business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I believe in
Okay.
to remove the assault weapons ban. I'm also in favor of the assault weapons ban. Look, we have 5 million assault weapons on the streets of America, and we have 5 million assault weapons on the streets of America.
She is so
and
smart.
Assault weapons have been designed to kill a lot of human beings quickly. They are weapons of war, and there is no place for them on a civil society. There's no reason why we have assault weapons on the streets of a civil society. They are weapons of war. They are designed to kill a lot of people quickly.
An assault weapon
All right, we get the picture, Kamala.
Oh my word! She's got a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's on it: assault weapon,
Yeah.
weapons of war.
Yeah.
They're designed to kill a lot of people quickly.
Right.
Did I get that right, Kamala?
Third grader could wrote that shit.
Good Lord!
Yeah.
She's like, my pearl earring earpiece is telling me they're weapons of war.
Right. Right.
Were those earpieces?
I don't know.
That's what people are alluding to. That you can get them on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah. Looks an awful. Or would
But
we
you
put
can't
it
trust-
past her? Would we put it past her? Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
But if I was you, I wouldn't trust these right-wing extremists.
That's right.
Yeah, these people are
False
dangerous.
information.
They're going to attack our democracy.
They believe in weapons of war.
It kills a lot of people.
Quickly.
Yeah, it's
Quickly.
Quickly.
like murder's banned. You're not going to stop people from killing. Like, drugs are banned. People.
Yep.
will-
Drinking and driving. Drinking and driving is
Yeah.
Yeah,
The same guy on the gun podcast tried to make a point with drinking and driving. And he's like, so you're going to take away my right to drink and drive? And I'm like, what? No. The car would be, are we going
Right.
to ban cars?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the car is the weapon. He's like, no. And I'm like, you don't even know what you're arguing about right now.
Right.
I'm taking away your right to drink and drive. Okay, I'm taking away your right to drink and drive. I think that's fair. You have no right to drink and drive.
Right.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Now we're going to ban your car. Like, can you
Because
get
cars kill people.
That's right. They drive themselves.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's get on the same intelligence level, and then I'll
I
argue
know.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said it's a weapon of war, and a handgun is a weapon of war.
Yeah.
A knife
this,
is a weapon
dude,
of war.
This
Yeah.
is a weapon of war if I
Yeah.
use it correctly.
Yeah.
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 Not by poisoning it, by hitting it or something.
I don't know how people vote for these people.
I know.
Well,
I'm just
It's not just women, okay? It's liberal women.
Yeah.
Some of us are very smart.
yeah, and a lot of black men.
A lot of what?
Black men.
Oh,
But
voters.
voting for the wrong side.
Mm.
Yeah. They're waking up, though.
Isn't that weird though that every
awakening.
election 95% of black people vote for Democrats?
Kind of odd, right?
But you just said you were raised that way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like at some point you
Yeah.
gotta like wake up and be an adult and like
Pay attention.
pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did.
That's
You
why-
turned out all right.
Well, if it wasn't for my older brother, he started putting in my ear, and then I came across Ben Shapiro. Started listening to him. Jew. But I didn't trust him yet because I heard about he's Jewish. Then
Just tell
Larry
him like
Elder.
it is. Jew. What if during your talking he's like, and I'm a man, I'm like, black.
Yeah, you know Jews are like
Well,
our biggest
I can't
ally.
blame- huh?
Jews are our biggest ally, and they turned me conservative.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
That's a sick way of looking
Jew.
at it.
Jew.
I love everybody.
Yeah.
I do too. Well, maybe not Kamala.
Yeah. Not just lied. I don't love everybody.
I was talking in general terms, like in races, but I don't like her.
Well, if you're Christian, you're supposed to love everybody.
Yeah, you
Love like Jesus. That's hard.
Jesus
is
is
hard.
very hateful. He did a lot of mean stuff.
He turned over tables.
He drowned people. That's like me being black. That's like my worst fear of drowning to death. You know.
It was with Mama. We was watching. What was it called? It was Moses or something. A flood came, and we was watching. Mama said, "See if you
Had Charlton
if you
Heston
a
in it.
sin-
Ten Commandments.
yeah, if you're a
Yeah.
sinner,
Oh,
he
yeah.
will drown you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man,
Yep.
that's why I'm a
He'll
good."
That's how I
turn
know
your
Jesus
drinking
is
water to
white.
blood.
That's how I know Jesus is white.
Jew.
He drowned everybody.
He's definitely conservative. He ain't no liberal.
You didn't get it? I said that's why I think Jesus is white. He drowned people because people is trying to drown with black people.
You're not laughing at any of his jokes today.
That dude's racist.
No, I'm not. I love everybody. Anyway.
Hey, so
Again, I had another joke, but I was like, I'm going to stay quiet.
No, go ahead.
go ahead, spit it out.
Black people can't be racist. That's what liberals say.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
I'm one of the racist blacks you ever run into.
He ain't lying.
yeah.
Nah, you're joking.
I'm just suspicious of some people, you know. I had bad life experience.
Certain people with certain colored skin.
I don't want to say too much.
Okay, all right.
But I had a lot of life experiences. And, you know, that doesn't make me a race. It makes me human. You know?
Yeah, to generalize people.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I don't say that.
Certain people come across the street in hoodies. I cross the street. I'm not going to go up to them and shake their hand. That would be stupid, right?
I don't know where he's going.
I agree. So hoodies. It's all hoodies. Doesn't matter the skin color, just hoodies.
Yeah.
I almost wore a hoodie here today. I'm so glad I didn't.
Oh, I think you'll pass.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, 3 red flags that show you might have poop stuck in your colon. Random stomach pains and abdominal cramps like you on your period or something.
Oh, man, think I'm on my period.
Uncontrollable leakage and episodes of diarrhea.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
You got that mud butt.
Oh, God.
You straining and struggling and pushing when you're on the toilet. You gonna get hemorrhoids like that. Trust me, I know. If you're going through any of this, we got the solution for you. Optimal Human, all-in-one nutritional drink, has over 90 ingredients. And it can help you with all kinds of issues. All kinds. Especially if your gut and your digestive system is out of whack. Yeah, make your ass great again. Yeah. Y'all need to go to optimalhuman.com/Hodgetwins, and now they letting you try it for free.
Free?
For free. You just gotta pay for shipping. Yeah. Try Optimal Human for free today. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got nice tattoos.
Thank you. Half
Sleeves,
of them are
right?
covered up. Yeah.
Yeah, why you do that?
I don't know. This is a cool shirt.
You got cool tattoos.
Not as cool as your tattoos.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next time I'll come tank top.
Oh, I guess you're going to have to undress.
I'm gonna do Okay, Paul Bixler. Let's go to the locker room. I always knew that when I came on this show, it would end with take your top off. Like, I knew it. I was ready. That's why I wore 2. That's a damn good woman.
Yeah. How long did it take you, tats?
I've been doing it since 2009. So
Really?
Yeah, session by session. Like, this chunk will take 3 hours.
Mhm.
So next month, I'm getting an American flag on my neck right here.
Oh, yeah?
Getting my whole neck done. And
Is
we're
that what
donating the proceeds to Trump.
Yeah?
Patriot Barbie, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I want a tattoo, but I don't know what I want to get. I want to get something patriotic, but what if we turn into China and I got this damn patriotic tattoo?
And then you're like branded. They're like, oh,
Yeah, like,
he's one of he's a loyalist.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get the flag or something.
Yeah, get the
Something
flag.
patriotic. Yeah.
You come to Arizona and let Chris Winston do it.
Yeah.
He's doing he's coming to my warehouse for 2 days tattooing,
Mhm.
and every dollar he makes is given to the Trump campaign. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
Very cool. I think I'm going to get some patriotic stars on my neck. What do you think?
Oh, he's gonna get the same tattoo as I am. Look at that.
Yeah, he said, I told him the same idea like a couple years ago, but he says sounds gay.
Well, he would know.
Gay is good, though. There's good gay and there's bad gay.
Inclusive gay.
Yeah.
The stars aren't rainbow colored, are they?
Huh?
Are they going to be rainbow colored stars?
No, like
Oh, okay.
red, white, and blue.
Oh, okay.
Well, not white. I'm going to leave some to my skin tone and then like
Yeah, you
blue.
don't need the white. That look fucking stupid.
Yeah, red. Like red and blue.
Red and blue, yeah. See, it looks
Yeah. I like it.
colorful.
Okay. Thanks.
Those are from Tiffany's, huh?
These are actually knockoffs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't tell the difference.
Chris said that too. He's like, "Oh, look at the Cartier." I'm like, "Oh, no."
That's nice, though.
Thank you.
I think fake jewelry looks better than real jewelry. That you have to
It's a
spend
lot
all the money.
cheaper.
I just like to spend my money wisely,
Yeah,
The
that's
sucker
true.
fell off last night. Could you imagine if I was like, "That's 20 grand down the drain"?
Right.
It fell out in my Lamborghini.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I see people wearing jewelry, man. I think we did a video a while back, this black dude.
Oh, here we go.
Oh gosh, why do we gotta go back to race again? Now I gotta be quiet. I got so much to say.
No, nothing against his skin color. It's just, I'm just using it for identification purposes, right?
Okay.
This is a black dude. He
wins like $10,000, right?
Yeah.
On a scratch-off card. So what does he do? He gets a gold $10,000 chain, right? So now
Right.
he's walking around in the hood
Oh my
where the
gosh.
demographic is 98% black. You know, doesn't
Hoodies, wearing hoodies.
and somebody comes up and sees him with the gold chain, beats him up, takes his gold chain.
That's it. He's done. That's it. That was fun. 24 hours. Like,
I was like, how can people
Probably
be
a couple
so
hours.
stupid? We did a video about that. It was so dumb. It's like,
yeah.
no, he's a Democrat.
Imagine someone's gonna point a gun at me one day and be like, "Give me your Cartier," and I'll be like, "Okay, douche. Here you go. Just buy a new one at Lost Dress for Less." Like,
Have you ever been robbed?
robbed, but like not at gunpoint. Like I had a car broken
I've been
into.
robbed at gunpoint.
Really?
Mhm. I was coming out of basketball practice, and the point guard of the team pulled a gun out of him.
Whoa.
That was in middle school, though.
Yeah.
Black kids grow up fast there.
Whoa. And he's like, and that's when I became conservative.
No, not yet.
That's crazy.
I'm black. I'm really slow. Took me about 25 more years to open up my eyes. Obama opened my eyes. Hey, do you get teased a lot for your name, Lindsey Graham?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's memorable, right? So I'm like super into political events and stuff. And that's actually how I got Tucker Carlson to laugh.
Yeah.
When I was going up to take my picture with him, he put his hand out and he goes, Tucker Carlson. And I go, Lindsey Graham. And he goes, ha, ha, ha. And I took a picture.
Yeah.
And then he looked over and he goes, what's your name? I go, Lindsey Graham. And he goes, no. I'm like, yeah, dude. And he goes, how many wars have you started? And they're like pushing me away. I'm like, 0.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then the next time I saw him, I was like, what's my name? And he goes, Lindsey Graham. The good one.
I didn't know Lindsey was a gender neutral name.
So
I didn't know guys were named
Lindsey. I think Lindsey started as a male name. Actually, it started as a surname, and then it became a male name, and then we, made it a female name.
I always thought Lindsey was feminine.
I think. I mean, I definitely think it is. But
Yeah.
that's why.
Like I could
It's like
see.
Michelle or something. Why would you name a guy Lindsey?
Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely wouldn't name a
that's
guy
all.
Michelle.
Only older guys are named Lindsey
Yeah.
Old school.
because I think
I've seen some guys named Terry.
Terry.
Yeah. For some reason, they're all black.
I'm like waiting for the
I had
punchline.
a black friend. His name was Terry. Then I ran into another friend in the White House. He's black.
Terry.
Yeah. Terry.
Let's
When I
see.
think of Terry, I think of a cute white girl. Hey, Terry's coming over.
What about Stacy?
Oh, Stacy.
Stacy is a cross gender, and that's been kind of yeah.
No, Stacy
And Tracy.
Yeah. No, Tracy. Yeah, Tracy
go both ways.
Tracy go both ways.
Tracy,
huh?
I had no man named Tracy.
Yep, Tracy.
Oh, yeah,
What's that country singer?
Tracy Morgan. What's her name?
There's a bunch of Tracys.
Did you say Tracy Morgan?
I don't know why I thought of a black guy.
I guess he sings in the shower, maybe. I don't know.
Tracy Morgan, that black guy.
Yeah.
Hey, this shit's going off the rails.
I know. Keith is used both ways too.
No.
Yep. I have 2 girlfriends named Keith.
No.
Yes.
Keith?
Well, that explains a lot.
No. Which one of you is Keith?
I am.
Okay. You like that on the air? Which one are you again?
We used to.
What are your distinguishing twin markers? Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Well, I'm a little bit taller and I'm better looking.
You've got more gray in your beard.
I do.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because you stress too much. I told you about that.
Does that mean? Was that rude?
No.
You've got more white in your beard.
It's because I'm more masculine.
It's the color from his feet rising up to his hair. I don't know. What is it?
I'm a little bit taller.
A little bit? Okay.
Dick's bigger.
Dude, he literally put his hand down like he was going to prove otherwise.
I was like, we was like compared. Like, what happened to yours?
No, since we was like, how old were we? Like 6 or 7 was sitting there.
Oh, no.
Being twins is just weird.
Yeah,
we did all
used to-
kinds of weird
We
shit
used to
together.
take baths together.
Oh,
When
I
we was a
bet.
kid,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That was gay.
When did you stop taking baths together?
I think it was around 7 or 8. My mom kept doing it. I was like, Mom, I'm not doing this shit anymore.
He keeps hitting me.
We was doing it. We had hair on our nuts.
No, we didn't. We wasn't that old.
No.
I'm sorry.
They're not used to having female guests, are they?
Yeah. So we saw you in the Whatever podcast.
Oh, are we going? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
I watched brief. I watched brief segments.
Biggest waste of 7 hours of your life? I wish I could go back in time and kill myself before I went on.
Well, what was the experience like?
Okay. I mean this in all seriousness, okay? I was in an abusive relationship in my 20s for 3 years. So not
Me
just...
too.
Not... Really?
Yeah, that bitch used to whip my ass.
It's not your current wife,
That's why I
hope.
don't date black chicks. God, dude.
Is this your wife right now? Because she's
she's
definitely
Latina.
divorcing you.
She's
after
Latina.
this.
It was a black bitch.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Look at him. He's like getting angry just thinking about it right
Actually,
now.
our first wives were black. And I was like, I'll never do that again.
Oh my God.
No,
you guys, you went raced again. I just got to sit here.
I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
First
And
marriage. We was at the DMV, right? And she had a problem of hitting me. And I said something was at the DMV in front of the lady helping us. And when she did like this, I did like this.
Oh.
Right? And then
brought my hands down, and the woman has looked at me like,
"Are you okay?"
are such a bitch.
the look she had on her face.
She was like disgusted at you, huh?
Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
You call yourself a man. Was she like, blink twice if you need help?
Nah, I was so embarrassed, and I was like, you know what?
Did you say, "Don't hit me, mama"?
I did that. I know to come with it, man. That was rough.
Yeah, but let's stop talking
Seeing
about
your
me.
brother getting abused and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, Chief, man, you gonna wake up one night with a damn knife in your chest.
Let's get back to her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Back to me, please. Thank you. So emotional, verbal, and like physical. So like all the abuse,
Was any drugs involved or
gaslighting.
anything, or?
No, he was just a jerk,
Yeah.
big jerk. And I would say that like the behavior of the men on that podcast is what I experienced in the beginning stages of my abusive relationship. So
That shit starts.
gaslighting, name calling, the idea that like if you speak, everything you say is wrong. Everything you do is wrong. Like Brian was going nuts on everybody for interrupting everybody. And then Andrew Wilson, of course, comes in and interrupts me. And I just go, hey, thought there was a rule. And he's like, well, now you're interrupting me by interrupting. I'm like, wait, so now I'm in trouble for wanting to like have there be the rules that you enforce?
Right.
So I should just, it makes you be like, so I guess I should just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I think that they didn't realize that we were conservative, Kendall and I. We came on there and, we thought we'd be on the side with the guys talking to these women that have OnlyFans and encouraging them to stop that lifestyle.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm really thankful that we weren't, because now I don't want to be on those guys' side. Like, I don't want to be the chick that's looking at these women, calling them sluts and like getting clicks from them and money from them. And that's really what Brian does.
Right.
He uses his podcast. He preys on vulnerable girls and he gets them in there so that he can make money trashing them.
Right. Yeah.
It's horrible. It's a horrible form of abuse.
Men like to watch that stuff.
They do, and they pay. They pay to like make negative comments, and there was some very, very few things that I actually agreed with them on.
Yeah.
But it's like even when you agreed with them, you got yelled at. I'm like, hold on, I'm actually on your side, but you're still yelling at me.
Right.
But
Must have been so uncomfortable.
it was very uncomfortable. That's an understatement. Like I woke up feeling like I just got emotionally abused, and I'm a tough chick now. Like I survived the 3-year physical abuse. I can survive these beta males attacking me for 7 hours straight. But there was tactics there. Like they invite you in, they make you take your shoes off. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So that you don't make noise. But they're wearing shoes. They have the room really, really hot. But Brian is wearing ice packs the whole time, so he stays cool. You can't eat. They have a bowl of stale chips for you to eat. Remember, we were there for 7 hours. And you can get up to get water, but when you get up, they're like, sit down. Like, they yell at you for everything. You can go back and watch. I shared quite a few viral clips of, like, the amount of times, and I'm going to swear. I don't usually swear. But that Brian would just say, dude, why don't you shut the fuck up and let me run my podcast? Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking interrupting.
So the whole environment is toxic.
Oh my gosh, it's so toxic. And what's sad is like what they're allegedly trying to do is bring back kind of like the traditional family.
But they're going the wrong way about.
But like no chick wants to marry those guys now. Like no one. I'm like, oh, so I could be in a cage and my like
get
sit down and
all
shut up
day.
and be quiet and cook you dinner and it better be right. Like, oh my gosh. So they're ruining what could be like a beautiful patriarchy, right? Back in the day when men were strong and they weren't women. And they provided and they protected and they cooked and women had a role in the home as like the nurturer of the children.
Right.
If we want to bring that back, I think that's beautiful. I'm not saying it's ever going to come back full force. And I'm certainly not a feminist or an anti-feminist, but they're going so extreme that it's like women better not sleep around or they are trash for the rest of their life.
Right.
But I'll decide if you're worthy of marrying. Like it's just, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah,
and
that's the side of conservatism I do not like.
The red pill movement. That's what they call it. And
that's definitely not a red pill. That's a damn blue pill.
A black and blue pill.
You're going to make women vote blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because women do not We don't want to be married to men like that. That's why Brian is single. I mean, hello, he's single, doing a dating podcast. There's a reason you're not dating.
Yeah, which one is Brian?
The host. And he's got ice packs shoved down him. Yeah.
Hey, do you got a clip?
You guys, I got to tell you about Andrew. Do you know about Andrew?
Yeah, yeah. Andrew's got that he's got a nice voice.
Do you know his past?
No.
Oh, it's juicy. You want me to tell it now?
Hold on to it.
Okay. Yeah. It's good. So good. The key word for this podcast is juicy.
You like that word, juicy, huh?
I do. You'd have to scroll back quite a bit. But actually, yeah, if you shared some of my 90-second, that would be good.
Okay.
Where we're basically showcasing what jerks they are.
When I was watching that podcast, that's the impression I got from them. I said, these guys are jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand we should have roles in a relationship, but I don't think men should be like looking down at women as like servants.
Right.
I've never been a fan of that.
So yeah, like Andrew believes that women should vote for who their husband tells them to vote for. Like that's how that's the level of submissiveness that he's at. Where where I'm like, submissive means that your husband is a godly man and you trust him with the decisions in the house. Not like, oh, I was thinking of making spaghetti tonight. And he's like, you'll make lasagna, bitch. Like that's not submissive. That's abuse, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I don't throw the word abuse around lightly. I'm not like a little, everything's abuse. I'm like, there's a difference between like legit submission because you're a good man and I trust you, and you control me. I'm submissive because you control me. And Andrew and Brian, they're controllers.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip like they downplay like how tough it is to raise kids, and like the guys at work and the moms at home, they don't understand the psychological toll that it takes on women.
Right.
Yeah. And they don't understand that. And like my wife does a great job in that. And it's like, personally, I don't know if it's because I'm a male or if I'm just a horrible father. I don't want to have to deal with that because I got to take care of work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I can't really, I can do the two, but when I try to do it with my son and my kids, it's like, I'm like not as nurturing as their mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Oh, that's our natural gender roles. Imagine that. Yeah.
Right.
It's probably because you're a black male, you know. Genetic.
She's talking. You guys were specifically instructed before the show, no fucking sidebar conversations. If somebody's talking, don't have a sidebar conversation. Don't be fucking talking.
And then
when
watch
she's
them
talking.
do sidebar.
But I get what you're saying. When I went
they
to
broke
college,
up.
I went to college to get a degree, but I also went to college to find my husband. I was looking for a man. Are you for real?
Why is he getting scolded for side conversation?
Right.
What?
Look,
Everyone
what? Gets yelled at for side conversations, but she was talking about
Continue
out of the side.
Exactly.
Watch this.
My point was, were you with
Allow
you in
me,
the sex?
look.
No, he's
Your
interrupting her
interruption is now
to yell
greater
at
than
me.
his
Right.
minor sidebar because you've just totally interrupted the entire thing. Let me host.
Right?
Stop right now.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
When I watch it, I'm like, that's insane. How do you even come up with that kind of gaslighting that quick unless it's natural? Hold on.
know-
He interrupted, but you're interrupting by telling me he interrupted.
But
You're the one to blame.
That's where a lot of conservative men go wrong. They're actually telling themselves they're projecting. They think less of women than they do of themselves.
They
So
do, yeah.
they don't see you as equal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because Andrew Wilson was really a major problem on that show. Major problem. He's claimed to have like a trad wife and a trad family and all this stuff. And he went on and on and on about how women have babies and then, when the babies go to school, they just lay around and get pedicures and da-da-da-da-da. And like we live the high life, right? But I'm like, but I bet you if that same woman was like, hey, I'm going to go get a job because I got nothing else to do, he'd be like, you're not working. You stay home and rub my feet. And it's like, which is it, bro? But he claims
they hold that against you.
Yeah, it's very conflicting. He claims to be all about the trad wife, but let me get this straight. He dated his now wife, got another woman pregnant while they were dating,
Really?
married that chick, divorced her, got back with his wife, who has 2 kids with another dude, and then she had 2 more kids with him. Is that trad to you?
He's a nigga to
Like,
me.
is that trad? So they're
he
claiming,
sounds hood to me.
yeah, they're claiming to be this like,
He need to change his name to Day Day.
and get gold teeth in his mouth and start sagging his pants.
So that's who we're taking apparently dating and marital advice from.
Yeah.
The guy that literally has knocked up multiple women.
That's weird.
That is
like,
married to a woman who's been knocked up by multiple men.
maybe,
He had a restraining order against his wife
that's just
during the breakup.
that sounds like
she's
Jerry
crazy.
Springer
Just
shit.
kidding, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah.
This like sounds
Jerry.
like Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Like having people on my podcast, I would never talk to them like that. Yeah.
I know. And that's why I came on, you guys, because I knew
Yeah.
I knew you'd be nice. I didn't know you'd talk about your wiener size, but
I'm still a man.
that's a manly man. That's a traditional man. I gotta talk about my wiener size at least once, or I'm not a man.
Yeah, hey, we got another clip. I want to see.
Oh, there's we got a couple good ones. But yeah, so
Like-
and then Andrew Wilson went on to go on like other shows and just totally trash talk me.
I saw that.
And I was like, whatever, dude, you don't hold any ground. Like, I had an abortion in my 20s, and it's one of the
I've
things
been
that I
with women
speak
who had
out
abortions.
about,
Yeah.
and about how it damaged me, and I regret it, and
Yeah.
God's forgiven me, and like this is why I don't want women to have abortions.
Right.
I killed my own child. I admit
Right.
that, and it breaks my heart.
Mm-hmm.
He went on into other shows and was like, "Oh, coming from a woman, it's a murderer," and I'm like, "Really, bro? Like, I'm using my testimony for a witness.
Right.
You're using your life to like condemn other people,
Shame
and-
people.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and hurt other women.
Yeah.
Like the women around that table all left there feeling abused. I actually reached out to them afterwards and I was like, how can I minister to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like these two girls that were in a relationship, how can I pray with you? How can I? And we made a real impact. And I'm like, women
Right.
should not go on this show. They're going to leave more damaged than they came.
And it's counterproductive. If they're really conservative men, you're manufacturing, females to want to vote blue.
Yep. If you're claiming to be conservative and that's
Yeah.
the label you're putting on yourself, and women see that, they're like,
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
None.
Then you were forced into an shmortion.
What do you mean forced?
Manipulated would be a better word. And I'm not a wuss. I'm not like, he emotionally abused me. He was literally emotionally abusing me, gaslighting. So he was a good Christian man in the church.
What does that mean? He was a good Christian man in the church.
That triggered
Crazy
him.
life. I was actually still attending church while I was a drug addict because my relationship
But
with
you're
God-
off the drugs. You're not stripping anymore.
Yeah.
You go to church. You meet this guy.
Yep. Just let it dissect. Just digest.
Yeah, I'm digesting it. It just sounds a little predatory on your end, just a bit. So,
And the life that I'm living will not get me to that situation.
when you're in the club, you're doing the dancing. Did you do the thing that a lot of them do with the Johns in the back?
No. Nope.
Never?
Didn't think you were gonna say
Why is that
No.
relevant, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Are you,
Right.
are you
It's
a
just trying to
prostitute?
shame you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
poking
I
at
saw
you.
a lot of that happening, right?
Actually didn't.
Okay, so then you
Oh,
did
okay.
the deed, right?
Yeah, I basically fought him as long as I could, and then he scheduled an abortion for me.
How long was
on my
that
birthday.
that you fought him?
I was, I think, 8 weeks.
Kind of sounds a little bit to me like you're shifting blame away from yourself with the language of like manipulation.
I take full responsibility for the choice that I made to
Is it-
be able to be manipulated and to not fight back.
Yeah, I don't know what that means though. Like if when you say I fought back as hard as I can,
Lindsey Graham. Then you were forced into an
It like, and of course
shmortion.
that's the edited version, right?
Right.
So like everything in between. But Andrew believes that if you are a female that has done anything in your past,
Yeah.
like slept with a guy that's not your husband, done drugs, partied,
Right.
like you are
Everything
beyond
everybody's
beyond
done.
reproach. And if you go to church and you give your life to the Lord, you're not worthy of a good man. You're preying on the men in the church.
Right.
That's what he believes. So like my whole message is my life is a show of like how powerful the Lord is, how redeeming he is, how I was a stripper, drug addict, had an
Right.
abortion, and God still restored me and forgave me.
Right.
That's how good he is. You're contradicting that by saying, I will always be a piece of crap and I am not worthy of a good husband.
Right.
Like, how damaging is that to women?
Does he have a wife or anything?
Yeah, the trad wife that has 4 different kids.
just
through
the one?
2 different, just the one, just that one that he cheated on and got a restraining order against and then married. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And she's a traditional wife spokesperson too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got a subservient woman.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She messaged me. So she took on after we came out with all this, and I said, "These guys are dangerous to the movement.
Yeah.
Avoid them at all costs."
They make conservatives look very bad.
Very bad. I had nothing to do with her. I just was like, these guys are horrible. She came out and was like, this chick's a slut. She was a stripper, blah, blah, blah. She's coming after my husband. Like she beefed up and like came to her husband's defense, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And then I continued to not really say anything about her. I'm like, I wasn't even talking about you. I don't even know you. I've never met you. I know who you are because I was that woman. I know that you're abused. I know it. And she sent me a nasty message on Twitter. Go crawl back under the rock that you came out of and leave our family alone. And I was like, who are you? Like, I never mentioned your name has never been in my mouth. Go away. I never came. You came for me, boo.
Yeah.
Like, I will go away from the fight that I didn't pick. So they doubled down. And I'm like, that girl, I mean, I feel really bad for her. That being her husband.
Just that one clip you told me what he was screaming at everybody. It's like, people I invite on my show, I try to treat them as best as possible. I've had liberals on the show that
respectful.
I disagree with everything they say, and I don't treat them like that.
Yeah.
And the way they treat women is just, it's a very bad look for conservative men if you're trying to push that message.
Well, and the sad thing is that like other really big conservative activists have gone on that show.
Right.
And they've been placed on the side of the table where like, oh, we're preaching truth. And, you know, Charlie Kirk preaches truth in love and in fact. And Lila Rose, like, spoke about abortion in love. And like, it seemed like Brian was on good behavior during those. And so I feel like we as a conservative movement have given them clout by going on.
Right.
And now it's like, how do we retract that? How do we make sure that people know we no longer endorse what they're doing? Because if I go there and I speak truth in love and with compassion and grace, that's great. But if we're going on there and they're treating women like that,
because
and we're pushing it out,
everything they're doing is in bad faith. They know what they're going to do. Yeah. So
and they know they're going to do it, and he does it for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, people pay $500 to put a comment up shaming a girl live, and he's raking in the money. It's like she's literally the prostitute, and he's the pimp.
Right.
And they do it because they're like, oh, they're going to tag me in my YouTube and I'll get a bunch of OnlyFans. I'm like, wait, so if you're going on there to be shamed for having an OnlyFans, but then getting OnlyFans, what does that tell you about his audience?
Right.
That they are literally there to like kick you when you're down while you're naked laying on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a man.
You know
for
what? Whatever.
Toxic. There's such thing as toxic masculinity.
Those are the guys.
That is it.
Yep. So do
I'm
not
sorry.
go follow the Whatever podcast. Do not endorse Brian Atlas. They are not red pill. If they are, would you guys say you're red pill? Like there's normal red pill. Like I've been red pilled. I'm conservative.
Yeah, you know what?
And then there's that.
Yeah.
Then it's that. That's like
that's the part of conservatism I do not like.
that's like a far right approach to.
It's not. I think
being
it's
red
not
pill.
conservative at all.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like
not.
trying to like that's their own category.
Right.
I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a toxic patriarchy.
Call them wife beaters.
That's right.
I mean, I like my wife to be subservient to me, but I don't treat her like a servant.
And guess what?
I like to be nurtured by her.
She is subservient to you probably because she respects you and loves you and you're a good man. Not because she feels like she better or you're going to like backhand her. Right?
Oh,
You
no,
don't,
let that.
never again. Every time you raise your voice at me, I'm going to...
You got a great sense of humor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a lot of courage going on that show.
Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't think I would need it. Again, like I honestly thought, well, we're going to go on the side and we're going to be able to like talk to these women, and that's all I'd ever seen.
So when you sat there, it's like, hold on, I'm with
I'm
these.
like, why am I amongst the whores? Oh, because I am one. That's right. I think he didn't do his research. He didn't know that I had a following, that I was conservative. That I
He just saw you as a woman.
And that's the problem. He sees them all equal. There is no, I mean, and there really isn't. Again, I'm not better than those women.
Right.
I just have a different approach in life now, and he didn't know that. And I think it's the best thing that's ever happened, because if I could sit through the 7 hours, endure it, and come out the other side and say, do not endorse these guys. This is not red pill. Run far. I would love to see his show just completely flop and like lawsuits filed against him for whatever. I mean, I'd love to see him be taken down for the sake of the women.
Yeah.
And that's my role now is good. I'm glad I didn't sit on that side and attack these women and get clout and align with him. I feel like God put me there and let me endure that abuse for 7 hours so that I could speak out against it.
Like these women are like what, early 20s?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember myself at 20, even though I was a man, I was so naive and vulnerable to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's even worse for women. And here, how old are they?
I think Brian's in his like mid 30s.
Yeah, these
maybe
guys
Andrew Wilson's like definitely 40s.
Yeah, he's lived his life. He's got experiences these women have never experienced, and he's like taking advantage of them, trying to make them like idiots. And like he's like
better,
the God gift to women. And he's
and if he took an approach to, and he didn't do this in bad faith, and he just actually wanted to encourage and try to help these women, that's another thing. But that's totally not what he's doing.
No, not at all. Yeah. And the difference is like, it's so sad because I have been a 20-year-old woman. He has not. So you really have no authority to talk to 20-year-old women about being a 20-year-old woman.
Yeah. Right.
I understand the pressure in your 20s to attract men, look a certain way. You think that your only value is like how many men want you in your 20s. That's why you go out and you drink and you party. Yeah, that's why you do it.
Right?
And you think that there's value that, and you think that you're highly desirable if you're highly desirable, but really it takes a lot of years of that to go, I don't want you to just sleep with me. I'd like to get married and have kids. And if I go out and act like a whore, then all I'm going to ever be is a whore. And I'm saying that because I was a whore. Like, I'm not saying that in judgment.
Well, I'm still a whore.
You wake up, yeah, that's right. I was trying to be sensitive to your whoreness.
What do you mean by whore, though? Just sleeping with guys that you meet that you like?
Yeah, just sleeping with guys and dressing skanky and getting drunk and, white girl wasted.
Yeah.
I went race.
Well, like if I was a girl, I'd be a slut. Wait a minute, that sounds gay as shit, didn't it? No, but it's like easy for women to have sex. For guys, it's really not.
Yeah,
you don't think so?
I think you've been a little hard on yourself because as a young woman, you just trying to figure out things. You're having fun.
As everyone is in your 20s.
Man, I did the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
But I think when I think of a whore, I'm thinking of a prostitute.
An actual prostitute. Okay.
Yeah, walking down the street.
Okay, I'm talking about being like a hussy. How about that? Hussy.
Yeah. And I
Just
would
being
think,
skanky.
Yeah, and I would
Hoochie. There's a lot of names for it. Nasty.
Don't you think? I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass here, but I don't want to like marry somebody who's a virgin.
Well, I want that be a train wreck.
I want her to like discover who she is, and the only way she can do that, she's got to be.
Gotta get that skank out.
With 2 or 3.
Gotta be a little skank for a little while.
Don't you think you gotta be with 2 or 3 different men before? Cause
I think you gotta be with at least 10 men. If you gonna jump in the bed with me, I want somebody with experience.
I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't want no goody two shoes.
Yeah, like if you only been with one man, and don't you think you would have an idea? It's like when you see other men, as you been with this guy 10, 15 years, and you've never experienced being with another man. Yeah. Don't you think that would
hurt your relationship?
That would be a recipe for disaster later on.
Because you can be like, say you get married and you're 18.
Everything's great.
Okay.
Everything's great. High school sweethearts, right?
Yep.
And you grew up your whole life.
And then I come walking around. I got 3 million subscribers.
And my wiener is bigger.
Well, I got a big ass cock. Let me tell you, I am the shit. Don't that like open up ideas for that woman?
You'd be curious.
I forgot the question. Okay. I think I remember.
Yeah.
Isn't it better? Okay. So
get married too young, in other words.
Yeah, without experience.
Biblically, I think there's probably something to God's law about, man and a woman and only being together and that unity that it creates. And you've only ever been bonded with that one person.
Yeah.
However, the world we live in, I do agree that it's probably weird for a guy, especially, to be like, man, there's a lot of pressure here. You don't know what's good and bad.
You don't.
I want you to know that it's good by experiencing bad. I think there's pros and cons to each. Clearly, there's marriages that survive perfectly fine, having slept with other people.
Right.
And then there's marriages that thrive and they're both virgins and they save themselves for each other. Who knows what the issues are in the bedroom? Either way.
Never heard of those.
They're a bunch of cucks.
You don't know.
And you're going to come in and you're going to bang her because I love her.
And I'm just sharing her because...
Yeah, I just think like how we getting along right now, we laughing and joking. I think it's much more productive in helping people than what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just
for
trashing
sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the women that leave there, again, they do not
I'm sure they're
leave
shaking
having been helped
Yeah.
or mentored, or like they're not even rethinking their life. Oh, those guys made sense. Maybe I do want a man to control me. Like
Yeah.
that's the opposite. You just made them worse off. They're
Right.
more likely to flee from you.
Right.
Whereas a message from another woman saying, "Hey, I've done it both ways. It actually is much more fruitful and fulfilling to have one man that loves you and have children with that man, and like create a family and live, quote, happily ever after."
You know why?
Why?
Because you're a damn good woman.
I'm a damn good woman. I submit to my husband.
Get on your knees, bitch.
No.
I was just joking.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that side in them. I watched
Yeah.
a couple of their things, and I was like, yeah, they're kind of hard on women, but maybe they need it. But that they don't need
Now
it.
I'm opposed to them behaving like that against women, against dudes, young dudes. Yeah, go at it. You know,
Make a man a man.
a man needs
Yeah.
that, but you don't treat women like that.
Right. Yeah. There's another clip towards the very end. They had worn us all ragged. 7 hours, bowl of chips. That's it. Some water.
This environment that they
hot.
put y'all in, they want you to act crazy.
They want, what is it called? Like it's like
psyop?
it's like yes. It's like a interrogation tactic almost.
Yeah.
Because you're tired, you're hungry, you're irritable. They want you to blow up, and at the end, that's what happened. Kendall like blew up at this crazy
I'd have turned
feminist.
into a full-blown Negro
man.
on that.
Well, I got up and I was just standing there like, I'm freaking done. And they were like,
Yeah.
sit down. And I was like, I'm done.
That's
they were like,
crazy.
Sit down. But at the very end, all the girls were like, we're done. We're over it. Like Andrew's been arguing with this feminist girl the whole podcast. We're just sitting here.
Yeah.
If we talk, we get interrupted. If I get interrupted and I say I got interrupted, I get yelled at.
Right.
I get told to shut up, which no one tells me to shut up anymore. My husband's a good man.
Yeah, how did your husband feel about
He
that?
was like,
He wanted to go down there.
He
huh?
wouldn't watch it. I was like, don't watch it because you'll get pissed. You'll be very pissed.
Yeah. Right.
So Kendall, my best friend, she has never been in an abusive relationship. Her husband treats her well. She is like the sweetest, innocent thing. And I'm like, I can't believe you handled that because I know what that's like. And so I'm like, ooh, those mofos. If I ever see him on the street, I'm going to punch him. But I'm like, that's
right
your
in the
first
cock.
experience. Right. If I could find it, it's probably so tiny. I'll be like, pooh. Oh, that was a hip bone. Oh, that was your vagina.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you survived that. You probably never had a person talk to you like that before. I don't know how she handled it. But at the very end, all the women were like, we're freaking done. So they stood up and we were all going to walk out. And that's when Brian started yelling, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. I'm like, you're not kicking us out. We're leaving. But he had to like puff his chest like, you're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. Yeah. So he started yelling, get out, get the fuck out. Kicking them all out. Like he was this big, I'm done with you. You're my whores and you've been paid. I'm done.
Right.
And it was like, I love that you edited that to make it look like you kicked everyone out. We were already leaving.
Right.
And then he did this one last little like tactic,
Mm-hmm.
which was to tell Kendall and I that we could stay. Like, oh, we were on good behavior the whole time. We can stay. And that's what, and I fell for it. I'm very ashamed. I fell for it. I should have walked out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I thought I could make a difference by telling my story about like my abortion and my abusive relationship and like
Right.
how
He was
God,
actually there in good faith.
yeah, I was trying to like have a message and a ministry. And then Andrew just kind of used it to like, sounds very predatory. I'm like,
Yes.
all right, well, you're going to just turn around and use my past against me, whatever. Like we made no difference whatsoever. So it was very sad.
Yeah. You know why?
Yep. Why?
You're a woman.
Damn good woman. Can we, when this is all done, I would like a sizzle reel of just every time you say, damn good woman. And then I say it back.
Damn good woman.
And then you say it. I say it. Huh?
Hey, Lindsey, so
Yeah.
where can people find you?
Right here.
Right here.
Second
In the
time.
women's restroom.
In the locker room, topless. Meet you there, bro. Literally, like any dude at all. PatriotBarbie.com.
Okay.
My website has I have a fashion brand, Pretty Little Patriot. I have a merch store, Too Pretty to Be Liberal. Like that.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, whoa. Are you appreciating the shirt or like?
I appreciate all of you.
That's a damn good shirt. You fill that out nice.
Damn good woman. Tell us about your book.
Yeah. So.
There's a damn good woman on that book.
Thank you. Look at her.
Look at
Very
it.
patriotic. We should call her the Patriot Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So I wrote this in 2022. Thought I was going to be writing about defying government
Mm-hmm.
and ended up writing kind of like my whole story, my whole testimony, how I felt like God had made me strong enough to literally fight the government single-handedly
Mm-hmm.
with my past. So like, dancing, drug addiction, an abortion in my 20s, all the, horrible, horrible stuff
Mm-hmm.
that has made me who I am today. So once again, it's a juicy read.
Yeah, that's
juicy.
That's an important message for women, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because I think a lot of young women are because of the feminist movement, which is to empower women, but I think it empowers them in ways that's detrimental to their lives.
I agree. We're feeding them a lie that it's much more fun to be skanky, go out and party, and
Right.
be single and not have to answer to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It is really like more fulfilling too, and I've done it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Get married and raise children.
Right.
Kids are the best thing that'll ever happen to you. So
Yeah, you ain't met my kids. You take them little Negroes anymore.
those little mutts.
Yeah, and all that's in your book.
It's all in the book. Yep.
Mm,
it's
okay.
it's a good read, over 300 pages, but I've been told you can read it in like 24 hours. That's how
Yeah, you can.
easy. And I wrote it, so I didn't ghostwrite it. I didn't tell someone else to write it. I've sat there on my computer, typed it out, so it sounds like me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can hear
In
you
your
saying
voice.
it. I write a little dude in there every now and then.
Yeah, that's a lot of people don't realize. All these people selling these books still don't even write them. Yeah,
I wrote it.
prestigious people. You got ghostwriters.
Yep,
Don't even write the book.
I wrote it.
Yeah, I got.
You'll know by the typos.
Yeah. Say, who wrote this? Kevin Hodge? Yeah, Kevin Hodge wrote this book. I went to the store. Store is spelled S-T-O-W. Hey, it's been a pleasure meeting
thank
you.
you
Thank you
guys
for
so
coming.
much. Thank you.
You're an awesome guest.
He did the double handshake.
Yeah, he's
I like
been.
his
Watch out
handshake
for him.
better.
Yeah, watch out for him.
Hey, says the guy that's like, I like that shirt. You like licked his lips.
He said, mm-hmm.
Too pretty if you live where he's like,
He got that. He got the devil in him. Oh, I
Stay
did that,
across
huh?
the table.
I'm a man. I can't control. I can't hide that stuff.
Oh, thank you guys. Yeah.